My name's Rhapsody. I have a cut on my bottom lip that actually makes it really, really, really painful, and it kind of tears apart again, like reopens anytime I'm particularly loud. And welcome back, to Slay the Spire. I'm playing it up for the intro, but it's actually a true thing. Yeah, it's a bad time. It's just my bottom lip straight through the center somehow got cut. And it's quite a deep cut as well, so it keeps opening back. I know this is a gruesome explanation, but every single time I go to record an episode, like if I haven't been talking for like the last 20 minutes, it'll have started to heal back over, and then as soon as I try and do the intro, I'll get back into Paintown, USA. It's time to play the video game. How's it going, y'all? We're back after the stream today. 7-hour stream. The VOD will be live on YouTube. Particularly the stream today, that is to say the 7-hour one, has a warning on the actual upload. It's much more slow and much more conversational in pace, so if you're looking specifically for Slay the Spire, maybe you're looking for this series rather than the stream VOD series. I'll give you that warning because I don't want to waste your time. I'll value it. Clearly, apparently I don't. It's 1.5 minutes. I'm still deciding what I do with this map. I think I'm going up in this direction. I'll hit I'll hit these rests and this early elite, right? Because I can get 2 question marks, 3 midline rests, 2 elites. 2 early question marks as well. Yeah, it's golden. Enemies in X3 combats have 1 HP. Yeah, unless I try and go for this path and then risk the roughly 40% chance that I end up fighting a normal enemy in one of these rooms. I can't snipe anyone out with that. So I'll probably go upgrade a card. Let's get Eruption upgraded so that I can try and push my way through the Gremlin Knob much more effectively. Lethals. Ya gotta love the speedy lethals. By the way, I know the character is new, so I'm gonna go over the base relic again. Pure water. At the start of each combat, add a miracle into your hand. Filtered through fine sand and free of impurities. The miracle is the 0-cost retain, gain 1 energy, exhaust that I had in my hand. You'll see it at the start of the next panel as well. Oh god! No, hang on. Something that we need to actually do first is have a discussion about the patch notes. I am so used to not reading the patch notes at the start of these episodes anymore, but let's go and read some patch notes because some things have been changed. All right. Consecrate and Consecrate Plus now deal a little bit extra damage. I, in fact, just picked up a Consecrate Plus right there. The bug fixes are not particularly important right here. Exiting a stance via cards like Empty Mind now counts as a stance change for cards like Adaptation and Control Change. We'll have a look at those kinds of things later. Follow-up and Follow-up Plus deal 1 more damage. Reasonable. That was kind of a little bit weak earlier. Halt's card Wrath bonus is increased by 1, and Halt Plus's card Wrath bonus is increased by 2. So I kind of actually want to build into a Wrathful build that has Halt and then has Consecrate. That's the idea that I want to go with for this run, but I'll really build into whatever I get offered. Lesson learned. This is the rare 2-cost, used to be 12 upgrades to 15 damage. If this kills an enemy, not non-minion, but if it kills an enemy, upgrade a card in your deck, exhaust. Now those are slightly weaker. I feel like that had to happen. The card was really, really strong, like absurdly strong. Path to Victory Plus now exhausts. This is a card that I previously made an argument is an always take in this character because it didn't exhaust and it was 0 cost, and it makes another card 0 cost on draw. So now it exhausts. This makes more sense, right? If it was a rare card, it would be fair that it's, you know, an insta-pick like that kind of thing. Ish. But especially being an uncommon card, it was in a particularly poor position there. Protect and Protect Plus both got lowered. 2 less on Protect and 3 less on Protect Plus. That's the 2-cost skill that retains, that gives you a certain amount of block. Used to be 15 to 20, now it is 13 to 17. It's still ridiculous. It's still insane. I kind of called it early. I don't know if it was in the stream series or this one, but the Protect is real broken. Sacred Bark now works with attack, skill, and power potions, and Sacred Bark also now works with duplication potions, and Weave has been increased on 1, and Weave Plus by 2. I don't think we've seen Sacred Bark in this series yet, so I'm not gonna say what it does. I'm trying to keep spoilers for each of the series apart. Can I kill? Miracle Eruption for 15. That gives me 2 energy back. I can go 15, 8, 24. 15, 8, 24 is 32. 32, 15 is 47. Yeah, we have lethal. Wrath builds are real good. Ooh! Halt! Yes, please. Can't put weakness on myself in a Wrath build. I don't want another Eruption, so please don't pair. Swift Strike? Probably not. Wreath of Flame I also probably don't want here either. So I'll intentionally make sure that doesn't get paired. Obviously, intentionally make sure the Parasite doesn't get paired. Enter Divinity, die next turn. Blasphemy. I'll try and take that. Oh, well. I really would have liked to take that. Damn, these opening turns. Just kill the enemy straight up next turn. Getting a lot of quick fights here on the first floor. Conclude. Provides AoE to a deck that doesn't necessarily have that much of it, and I'm not going to have that many cards in this deck that end turn. I'll take a Conclude. I'll also upgrade that Conclude, so... because... yeah, it leaps by 4 damage, so it's good as a single target attack, but obviously there's a 1 in 3 that I fight the Sentinels here. Which I don't, but you know, there's a 1 in 3 that I could have. In 2 turns time, I hope I have that Eruption in hand. I don't. Alright, so we probably don't change form until long after. Long after the enemy is gone to do other attacks. Hang on. Eruption, Consecrate, Conclude. Concludes 28, 36, 36, 15 is 51. Yeah, I can't even kill it even if I use the Fear Potion here. It's a shame I keep not getting Corruption when I... not Corruption, sorry, Eruption when I need it. But oh well, that happens. That happens. Art of War, if you don't play any attacks during your turn, gain additional energy next turn. Ideally, that will never trigger for us here. I'm going to hard pass those. Consecrate gets upgraded and then halt afterwards. Potion Belt upon pickup, gain 2 potion slots as well. Neat. I'd like a couple additional copies of Halt, please. And they're common, so it's not unlikely. Good fight. So it's the boss fights in particular that we have to be wary about. I'll take a Bowling Bash because it's really, really effective for taking out single important targets in an AoE fight. I really hate going 50% good face, 50% bad face, because it's actually 40% good face, 40% bad face, and 20% garbage face. The garbage face just being core at the start of every fight, so it does nothing. But one of those bad faces is at the start of every fight, you're weak for the first turn. I literally can't put that in this build. I will lose. It all works out in the end. It wasn't a mistake. It was just good play that I didn't know was good yet. That was bad play. Get him. Even managed to full block. And kill. Lovely. Ring Dodecahedron, you raise your full, gain energy at the start of your next turn. That's very rarely going to happen for us. Take another halt. Yeah, I'm definitely going to lean all in on trying to make this a very, very strong Wrath form build. Because it's so good as a build. Scroll. Draw 3 cards. You can now play skills for the rest of the turn. Yep, that's exactly what I want with this. I mean, it's not going to be good with the halts, but it'll be good with Consecrate and the other things that I intend on adding into the deck. And it'll help make sure that I get to play enough attacks on the turn where I am in Wrath to end the fight. Next turn's gonna be garbage. I think I let myself be hit here. So that I can swap to Eruption next turn and actually like completely skip the second phase of this fight. I mean, I wanted to kind of skip it more than this, but it'll have to do. Sweet. Bowling Bash, and I mean, Conclude's already lethal by itself. At least we managed to live. Blasphemy, lesson learned, signature move. Signature moves. Signature move? I think that's the finisher that I need for fights. Can't take it. I have Conclude. Conclude would have to be played before signature move can, but Conclude would end my turn. Signature move, just in case you're wondering, can only be played if the only attack... if this is the only attack in your hand, deals 30 damage, upgrades to 40. It's also Lesson Learned for the upgrade of the rest of the cards in the deck. I mean, we just take Lesson Learned otherwise. And Blasphemy, enter Divinity die next turn. Divinity is a stance. Upon entering this stance, gain 3 energy rather. Attacks deal triple damage, and you exit the stance at the start of your next turn. Upgrade to lower the cost of Blasphemy. And die next turn triggers at the start of your next turn, by the way. So, completely. Immediately. But it is, like... Blasphemy has always been quite good for me, but Lesson Learned is ridiculous. Ah, okay. Now we see Sacred Bark. Double the effectiveness of potions. This is real good, y'all. I can't take the Velvet Choker in this build right now, and Runic Pyramid... Okay, so I've seen some discussion in the comments saying Runic Pyramid is broken with this character, right? Because Establishment is a 1-cost uncommon power. If you retain a card at the end of your turn, reduces cost by 1 for this fight. Note, Runic Pyramid does not say retain. For that reason, it plus Establishment is not broken. Establishment does not affect cards retained, or rather held, by Runic Pyramid, because the keyword does not apply to them. I have to imagine that that is in particular a specific, right? You no longer discard your hand, which describes the same thing as the keyword retain. No longer discard this card from your hand at the end of the turn. But I have to imagine that was to prevent Establishment being broken on this character. Let me go Sacred Bark. So, obviously, Dex is 4, Dex Potion is 4 by itself right now. Ideally, I try and find a flex potion, which is 10 strength, and a speed potion, which is 10 dex. Obviously, lose 10 strength, lose 10 dex at the end of the turns. And an artifact potion, which now gives us 2 artifacts. You can go into a final fight and just have 10 dex and 10 strength. It's pretty ridiculous. It allows you to prepare for the right fights at the right time. I should have lethal this turn, right? Let's miracle before I scroll, because I probably do. I do. So that's 20, 20 and 12. Yep. Lethal, and we get to upgrade it defend permanently. Just lucky scries. It's an attack that deals damage and gains some block, but it's such a small amount of damage that I don't think it's really worthwhile. Crush joints. If the previous card played was a skill applied to vulnerable, that's really good because we'll get it oftentimes from scroll, and scroll is itself a skill. But also we have no vulnerability application in this deck yet, which means that vulnerability application is such a premium for us, especially because like a 50% multiplier, 50% damage increase multiplier matters a lot more when you also have another multiplier in the deck. Interruption. I can't risk my opening hand being worse. Especially in an aggressive deck, that's really difficult for me to justify. Wanted to make sure that I leave this turn in Wrath so that I can try and kill the enemy over the next 2 turns with the lesson learned. Scroll into Crush Joint. Let's create happily. Normal strike and lesson learned. Hey, and lesson learned upgrade itself. Sweet. Regen potion. Gain 10 regen. Alright, so. Regen is defined by a summation, right? So it's 5, usually. 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. However, when you increase the stacks beyond that, it's clear to see that a second regen potion is far more effective than the first, because the second one is 10 plus 9 plus 8 plus 6 plus 7. I think I did in the stream save file the same thing. Why do I think 6 is before 7 when counting down? Anyway, regen potion number 1 normally gives you 5 regen, which is 15 healing. This one is 55 healing. Sacred Bark is ridiculous. Sands of Time, retain, and it's already upgraded. My god. So this is really good because this card, like especially in boss fights, I hold it and I wait and then just 52 the enemy, right? It gives you a lot of reach to finish fights after you turn into your Wrath form. Dang it. Alright, I no longer have the extra energy from my Runic Dodecahedron. Defend, Crush Joints, Consecrate Strike. I'll wait for a boss fight before I... sorry, an elite fight before I start using it again. Eruption, Miracle Strike, and Conclude. Sweet. So I can just naturally kill the enemy next turn with the Sands of Time, but obviously I'm looking to try and draw into Lesson Learned. If I don't get it here, I'll just go for the kill though. Never mind. Upgrade another defend. Neat. Bowling Bash. Pre-upgraded. Yeah, I'll take one. I'll take one more. Especially because like Gremlin, Leader, and the Slaver fights are both really, really terrible for us right now, but it makes them significantly better. This isn't the deck for Alpha Beta. It's not the deck for Alpha Beta Omega. It's Consecrate. And it might even be Whetstone. Duplication Potion. This turn, your next 2 cards are played twice, because of this effect of the Sacred Bark. And Power Potion. Choose 1 of 3 random power cards and add 2 copies to your hand. They cost 0 this turn. Sacred Bark is so good. Kind of want to cut a Defend right now. I kind of want to cut Vigilance as well. But I don't need to cut Vigilance yet. I like the idea of membership card and then just taking all of this. I'm doing it. I could take the double duplication. Yeah, I'll take the duplication potion literally just to push my way through an elite fight that's particularly bad. Yeah, Book of Stabbing in particular is bad, so that'll do it. Do I have lethal this turn with it? It'd be Eruption, Duplication Potion, we double the Miracle, and then double Sands of Time. Double Sands of Time is 52, 52, so 104, 104, 15. No, I'm short. Still short after that. And I can't scroll before I do that in order to look for a 0 cost for my deck. Because the Miracle would have to be double played. And I can't play the Miracle after the scroll. What if I just double Eruption, double Conclude? Right? 15, 30, so 45. No, can't double Conclude. It ends the turn. Obviously. This is a really bad turn. Enemy's doing 18 damage this turn, so if I Eruption and turn into Wrath form without doing anything else, I'll die. That's exactly what this build does. Dies very effectively. I think it has to be, like, Vigilant Scroll. But the longer I wait here, like, the far worse off. No, it's Scroll first. Okay, there's Bowling Bash and Consecrate. So let's, like, Consecrate, Strike, Strike, Bowling Bash. Consecrate, Strike, Bowling Bash, Conclude. Just tap to take the hit that turn. Halt, defends, Crush Joints, and Bowling Bash as well. I'm going to start regenning Potion. Wait, sorry, 52, and then 26 on top of that is 78. So I can't even kill the enemy this turn with the Duplication Potion again. Oh, so I'm not going to be able to use Lesson Learned for the kill here. I just have to throw it out. Good thing I used that Regen Potion. Oh, thank heck we drew Eruption. Oh, I was terrified. Sundial, every 3 times you shove your draw pile, gain 2 energy, and Clarity, Empty Mind, and Spirit Shield. Empty Mind, draw 2 cards, exit your stance, upgrades to 3. Spirit Shield, gain 2 block for each card in your hand, upgrades to 3. And Clarity, Look at the top 3 cards of your draw pile, add 1 to your hand, exhaust the rest. We're not particularly interested in doing that. Thankfully, I can afford to rest in locations like that because I've already got the lessons learned doing my upgrades. 26 12s, 38. So I'm still short even if I use the duplication potion and lesson learn this turn. So I need to get eruption this turn if I want to kill. Oh, sweet. I get eruption. Neat. Okay, so eruption against the target and then 26. So 15, 26 is 41. That's enough to kill. Upgrades a strike. Now, it upgrades strikes in the master deck. It doesn't upgrade them in the in-play deck. So whatever strike that just hit won't be upgraded for this combat. Like, we already had a strike in our master deck upgraded. You can see we have 2 of them upgraded here, but only 1 of them upgraded in battle. The reason that I make that distinction is because it means that, like, cards generated from Dead Branch will never be targeted by lesson learned because it's only targeting the master deck. Not a great turn. At least we have lethal. Speed potion. 10 decks. Lose 10 decks. Ooh, it's good. Clear the mind to enter calm cheaply is pretty good. We need to be able to enter calm cheaply so that we can get the extra energy. Warpaint and pumping up upgrade to random skills as well. Gingers, you can no longer become weakened. Great pickups. Great pickups for us. Remove all strikes, obtain 5 bites. Those bites are then going to get upgraded over the course. Yeah, I think we take that. It's going to be rough for a while, but I think overall we'll have a really good time as a result of that. This fight could be really bad depending on how the randomizations go. I'm actually so concerned about it. I'm going to use the duplication potion to make these fights significantly better. In particular, so that I can heal up. So if the enemy goes for a like tail whip first and then immediately hits me afterwards, I'm not like completely screwed. Ah, see, I hate this because I don't want to play any of these before I scroll. And I can't defend after the scroll, obviously. Defends. Bite. Clear that mines. Because we've got eruption in the next hand, and probably we've got eruption and sense time in the next hand, yeah. So this will just guarantee our lethal. Poison potion. Poison potion is ridiculous to give you 12 poison. Crescendo to enter Rothon free, and it retains. We'll take that. So that we don't have to be so reliant as we currently are on eruption. I'm gonna crescendo right now. Miracle crescendo scroll. I want to... Yeah. It's crush, bowling, and then we can like literally just straight up murder the backliner. Skip the entire fight. Should have used 2 bites to do that. I would have healed. Turnip, you can let them come frail. Judgment. If an enemy has 30 or less HP, set their HP to 0. That's really good next floor. It just insta-kills a lot of enemies for us. Receive bash and store a card? Like, bash is actually okay for this character. But I already have like a 1-cost bash in the deck, and energy is like really difficult for us right now, so no. I think it's quite likely I die this turn unless I target that Mystic. And go like all out. bash. Bowling bash. Lessons learned. I have to double bite or I'm dead. I wish I could lesson learned right now. I really wish I could lessons learned. But this is just about trying to stay alive right now. Oh good, I drew a defense. Halt, defends, consecrate. I'm gonna throw out that poison potion because I'm sincerely terrified that I'd die. No, I've got this. Enter Wrath, Eruption, Sands of Time. Could have drawn worse than that, though. Could have drawn significantly worse than that. I'm gonna be using the Dex potion in this fight as well for the same reason. We're still probably dead on this one already, right? Nothing can do there. I can Crescendo, Sands of Time, Consecrate, and that'll get me... Get me Lesson Learned back. But then I can't get out of that mode at the end of the turn, and then I just die to the Bronze Automaton next turn. Start with Vigilance. See, I can't be in this mode next turn. Also, I definitely want to scroll so that I get the extra energy from the Sundial next turn as well. I could Crescendo Sands of Time the back. No, I don't even kill the front line of this turn. I don't get the Lessons Learned. Yeah, there's no reason to. Well, I guess Consecrate gets it anyway, so there's no reason not to. Consecrate at the end. I had to play the Clear Mind first, because otherwise I wasn't going to be able to play it after the scroll. Taking that concluded from me. Not that it's helping at all. I just die next turn to the Bronze Automaton. I'm gonna need like double defend halt in my next hand and then speed potion in order to not die here. I'll keep the miracle just in case that helps. Yeah, we only got one defend. That's not happening. Right. Oh, no, because I already have the 4 decks. Okay, so that's actually 11 and 19 block by itself. That's not enough, but... Pump that. I'm still technically alive. The best kind of alive. Enemy takes a turn off. We need to go Eruption and just start going all damage all the time. Miracle. Eruption. Consecrate. Sense of Time. Bite. Scroll to find more attacks. Excellent. Sense of Time. Bowling Bash. We just need the damage this turn. Do we get it? 30, 44, 8. You're kidding me. 52. We're dead. Hang on. 40, it's 52 incoming. Yeah, so even if I went for the extra defend, we weren't going to be alive here. Dang it. I'm afraid this marks the first episode with this character that is a through and through loss. Not redeemed by anything else. That'll happen occasionally, especially when you go very, very aggressive with this character. And especially when you decide not to have any max HP. I think we would have had a slightly better time if we went with an energy relic after the first boss, but I don't think we could have gone with the energy relic that was offered in Velvet Choker. So I think like by the end of the first floor, especially with the 2 halts and other pickups that we made, we were clearly clearly definitely going aggressive, and we painted ourselves into a corner when that wasn't necessarily supported in the boss relics or on the next floor. We still had to kind of try and power through with it. What else would I do different about this floor? Honestly, given the ability, I think all I would change about this floor... I actually don't know if I would change my path. Everything was fine up until the final fight. Well, I mean, you know, fine. You know what it probably would have been? It would have been using the healing potion earlier in the Book of Stabbing fight. Right? Would have had slightly more HP because I could have used it like on the second turn because I knew I was going to be taking a lot of damage in that fight. So I should have used it on the second turn, got more healing out of it because I only got 19 out of it rather than, you know, 55. Taken that fight the same speed as I did, and then I would have been in a healthier position to go here. Whether or not that ultimately would have saved me, it's a question for another day, but like, I'm not going to be able to run the numbers, but that, I think, is the largest mistake that I made on this floor, right? You can argue that going for this build was a mistake on the previous floor, but we can only deal with the situation we're currently presented. It's nice to have a couple more losses with this character under my belt. For the moment, my name has been... that's a little braggadocious. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully we'll see you again later today, because there's 2 episodes of Slay the Spire coming out every single day. By the way, I probably should have mentioned at the top of the episode, I'll mention it at the top of the next episode, this isn't a modded character, this is an official character, y'all. This is the main series. There's a 4th character. Because a couple of people have asked, hey, is this a modded character? It's not. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.